from Brooklyn, Belize. You know what I'm saying? It's not like the Klein from South Florida who gave up Mr. West's Social Security number, those kind of gutter rats that the gerrymander job. The carpetbaggers, they used to call them. I would call them the carpetbaggers because it has something to do with whitefish and carp rather than carpet. But you'd have to understand what I'm saying when I talk about gefilte fish. They used to be known as carpetbaggers. I would call them carpetbaggers today because a carp is a part of the mixture that makes a gefilte fish. But if you took it the wrong way, you're liable to think I'm not who I am. So as I say to you, now is the time for all good people to pay attention to the fact that the world is changing right under your feet. The average person is finally being heard. The real grassroots movement is actually occurring. And the left wing is going berserk because their rent-a-mobs cannot match the great numbers of real people and real voters and real workers and real earners. And I think that says it all. But the big story for me today and for my audience, if you're listening to me on a train in Pennsylvania Station or in a jail cell in Lewisburg Penitentiary, is that the Republicans have just come out with a preview of their pledge to America, and it's very good. And they're going to unveil it tomorrow morning at a Virginia hardware store. Don't you love that hokey thing buying a hardware? Come on, guys. Why do you have to go to that level of charade? You know, there's one thing about the Republicans as opposed to the Democrats. The Republicans just don't understand theatrics. And that's because they have no connection whatsoever to the entertainment industry, which is a good thing in one way and a bad thing in another. I'm a guy who loves movies, and I understand drama and theatrics. If only these stiff Republicans could understand that you don't have to unveil a pledge to America in a hardware store and the people can actually understand you anyway, we'd be a long way towards an adult nation. You know, I mean, let's stop already with the Disneyland hardware stores. That's for Obama, for God's sakes. With this document, we pledge to dedicate ourselves to the task of reconnecting our highest aspirations to the permanent truths of our founding by keeping faith with the values our nation was founded on, the principles we stand. I don't write that. See, that's the kind of stuff you get from a politician. Mine is much more down to earth, in plain, you know, common sense, plain talk, like I do on the radio. So I'm elated. Close the borders, defund Obamacare, institute a flat tax, privatize and regulate privatize the regulation of Wall Street, end affirmative action, liquidate TARP, impose tariffs on China. By the way, there's not one mention, so far as I can tell yet, in the pledge to America from the Republicans to impose tariffs on China. Number 8 on mine is strike down the anchor babies law. Not one word from the Republicans on that. Use profiling to prevent terror attacks. I wrote, they didn't. And you want to hear the best thing I ever wrote? Run the country like a business, not an empire. Wow, good one. But I'm 2 weeks out on the book. I can't even talk about it because it's like premature alliteration. You know what I'm saying? I can't do premature alliteration. If I do any more premature alliteration, you're going to walk away from the bedroom before the book even hits the bookstores. So I'd rather talk about anything else. God, life is good. People are wonderful. And people, how did that go? Remember the bumper sticker of the 70s? Life is... who remembers that bumper sticker? You remember the heyday of American prosperity when everybody thought the economy was actually doing well and it was actually not doing well? It was all a fake bubble created by Goldman Sachs. But we all benefited from it. Here's the funny part, is I read the bloggers, get the money away from those bankers, why they created the housing bubble. These are the very people who flipped houses and condominiums for 5 years and thought that they were Donald Trump. These are the people who were making, you know, $50,000, $100,000 a flip, and already they were in the big leagues. They were going to, you know, Acapulco, and all of a sudden they were gigantic real estate speculators. But if it wasn't for the geniuses on Wall Street who manipulated the whole picture and created the bubble, you wouldn't have made 10 cents. You understand that? So, you know, we all rode with the bubble. Everyone made money on the bubble, not just the bankers. So now you're mad because the bubble collapsed. You know, it's the same with every other bubble. Goes up, goes down. Be realistic about it. The bankers are like you and me in some way, and they're different than others. They just have more money. In some cases. Not all of them. Who is it who wrote? Whoever answers this question wins a free prize today. I'll send you a free cough drop, the Savage cough drop, which I haven't invented. Now someone will copyright that now. I'll wind up with an ad tomorrow from a company, the Savage cough drop. But I'm going to send you a cough drop that I personally used. And you can stick it to your wall. Are you ready for this one? The things people buy, I've never seen anything like it. Marilyn Monroe's brassiere was auctioned off 20 years ago. I paid $25,000 for that. I never saw anything like this. You know, I could see Douglas MacArthur's corncob pipe. That I could see in a frame. But Marilyn Monroe's brassiere, I don't understand what people buy for collectabilities. So I'm going to offer you a used cough drop if you could answer this question. The minute I come back, I'll remember the question I was going to ask you because I forgot it already. I'll be right back.
For all things news and talk radio, visit trncentral.com.
In the year 2525, if man is still alive.
Hi, I'm Denny Zager. You might remember me from my song In the Year 2525 back in 1969. I've been playing the guitar for 60 years, but when I was on the road performing every night, my fingers would get so sore that the pain almost made me give up my playing. That's when I began my quest to build an easier playing guitar. And over the last 40 years, I've built what many consider the easiest playing guitars in the world.
Zager Easy Play guitars take away the pain because they're designed by Denny using his string science technology. 9 out of 10 players give up playing guitar because...
Fog-ridden San Francisco back road morning with his dog, because it happened once in the last 25 years this morning. Normally I'm asleep in the morning when the fog rolls in. I get up at 5 and then I go back to sleep saying, who gets up 15 hours before they go to work? You know, it's like the old Lenny Bruce joke. You know, I get up like a normal person. I want to go to work. There's nowhere to go. I don't go on the air till late in the day, so you can go off too early on it. There's nothing to do but go back to sleep. But I decided, you know, the truth is, people, you do have to take advantage of your life while you're alive. I finally dawned on me after all these decades. I sleep too much. I really always have. That's why I'm still living, incidentally. Sleep is the most underestimated health thing to do with health. The most unacknowledged aspect of health is sleep. I can safely say that, even if, God forbid, I died right now on the air, which I hope doesn't happen, where you hear the last thing you hear is I'm talking, and then that's the end of the show. The mic goes over, the dog starts to bark, and you hear like sirens an hour later. Even if, God forbid, that happened, I'm telling you, it's the sleep that saved me. And the bicycling, and the vitamin C, and the vitamin E, and the B vitamins, and the garlic, and the alcohol. And God knows 100 other things. But how could you live without a sufficient amount of sleep? You know, the American, we work too hard. We really do. We should be lazier. And laziness is good. There's only so much you can do with your time. So, as you can see, I'm biding time right now. New York City, WOR, Marie, welcome to... Where is Marie? Marie is on 9. Go ahead, please.
Michael?
Yes.
WG, hi. You're cracking me up today. We love you. I'm calling you from Schenectady, New York, and I did want to answer your question about the cough drop, but your voice is going. But with political...
Wait, how could you answer my question when I didn't even ask it? How could you give an answer?
Talking about the cough drop, about the
No, I said I would give away a used cough drop if anyone could answer the question, and then I went to a break and I didn't ask the question. So how do you know what I was going to ask? How can you have an answer already?
I don't know. All I can contribute is we love you, but look, give us some comment on Cuomo and Palladino, and also...
Oh, okay. Now you're asking a good question. Palladino's going to win by 2 points. Cuomo is an old-line Democrat Party apparatchik. He's not that well-liked. He's just a continuation of the same old in New York. Palladino is a fresh face. Palladino is a Tea Party candidate. Palladino came out of the actual people. Palladino is the grassroots candidate. Cuomo is exactly what he's going to be. Look who let me answer it in a simple way. Who is Cuomo going to now that he's desperate to get support? None other than Mosque Mike. He's turning to Mosque Mike, the most hated mayor in American history. Can you imagine that? To show you how out of touch Cuomo is?
Michael, listen, he's going to take one of the vacant jobs that are occurring now as we speak in Washington, D.C. Michael,
yes, Cuomo should instead take a job with Health and Human Services. Okay? That's really what he's suited for. He's not suited to be the governor of the state of New York, in my opinion.
Okay.
I believe Palladino would be a more honest governor. How do you like that? Less connected to the machine. Does that make sense to you?
Yes. Listen, this will not...
Thank you. All right, listen already. Listen 8 times listen. I thought I was in my aunt's house. May God rest her soul. My aunt talked like that. Whatever you said, before you could finish the sentence, listen and listen. God bless the tough women. I love them. They're going to save America. It's not going to be you.
Savage. For more information on this and other great talk programs, go to talkradionetwork.com.
Look, I know more about nutrition than anybody in radio, and I take my heart and my health seriously, which is why I recommend Iceland Health Omega-3. Other brands don't compare to Iceland Health's purity and potency. Moreover, it doesn't have a fishy or a nasty aftertaste, which I hate. This is the good brand. Iceland Health doesn't taste fishy, as I said to you. It's manufactured in its own pharmaceutical-grade facility to ensure quality, purity, and freshness. Look, if you're over 30, you should be taking Iceland Health Omega-3. Why? It helps lower triglycerides, reduce plaque, and improve blood circulation. I have a real PhD in nutrition from the University of California, so I know the difference between high quality and a waste of time. Iceland Health's quality and effectiveness are second to none, and that is why you should be taking it every day. Call 800-376-1126 right now. 800-376-1126. Iceland Health comes with a no questions asked, money-back guarantee, but you're not going to need it. This product is outstanding. Call 800-376-1126 for the best omega-3s.
Call Michael now at 1-800-449-8255. Savage.
When you're in business, you don't want to pay for services you don't need. With Western Health Advantage, you don't. I'm Tom Sullivan. Western Health Advantage is a local health plan for your local business. You get a plan that delivers on your business's bottom line and on your employees' health care needs. Western Health Advantage is the trifecta: high access, great service, and low cost. For more information, go to westernhealth.com or call them 563-2250. Western Health Advantage. Have more options.
We are Green Acres Nursery and Supply. We want to be your nursery.
We are passionate about our customers, our people, and our products.
We are committed to your gardening success 365 days a year.
We are in love with our environment. We are sure you have a green thumb.
We are Green Acres Nursery and Supply.
Fall is for planting. Cooling air and warm soil temperatures make fall the optimal time of year to establish new plants. Plant those shade trees now. You wish you had this summer, and they'll thrive come spring. Visit idiggreenacres.com for more seasonal tips and specials, or find your way into our stores, 901 Galleria Boulevard in Roseville, and 8501 Jackson Road on the corner of Florin Perkins and Sacramento.
We are more than just a plant nursery.
We are Acres Nursery and Supply.
Visit us at idiggreenacres.com.
Green Acres Nursery and Supply in Roseville and Sacramento, your local and independently owned nursery.
Hi, I'm Carl, professional yodeler. Sometimes to relax from the chaos of yodeling, I like to do something really easy, like use my Visa debit card to buy a large milkshake at participating McDonald's. But what's not easy? Trying to yodel my order.
Hi, may I take